I will tell you why pregnancy turned my carnivore journey into a freaking nightmare. Hi there guys, thank you so much for joining me on another video on my channel. This is my second video and I was going to do this second video a long time ago, but things happened and I was not able to, and I had to wait for the okay, I suppose, to share some of this news. But you may notice from my first video, I'm looking kind of different. And I'm not just looking kind of different in the whole skin complexion kind of different. I'm looking different. So I'm just over 3 months pregnant. Don't know who saw that coming. Certainly not me. So lots to discuss, lots to talk about with the carnivore and keto diet. Firstly, thank you so much for actually subscribing to my channel and giving a damn about my carnivore journey, because I tell you what, it's been one hell of a whirlwind. So with my pregnancy, this might interest a few of you. So my partner and I had been trying for, I don't know, about 3 months to conceive on the standard American diet, right? Your carbs, your salads, all that jazz, right? And we just couldn't get there. Nothing was happening, right? But I wanted to start the carnivore diet, not just for my health, but to see if it would give me the kick in the pants I needed to actually conceive and actually make some magic happen. And we conceived within the month. So about a month after I started carnivore, we started trying again, and magic, it happened. So I don't really know, of course there are a lot of other couples out there who've been trying for years, and my journey of trying honestly doesn't compare with some people who have been struggling for ages. So all I can really do is say, look, changing my diet to strictly carnivore helped me, and all I can do is share this, and hopefully it helps someone else. Instead of people going to really expensive naturopaths and homeopaths and all the other paths in existence, hopefully you guys can just give this a crack. If you know someone who's trying, maybe flick them this video, or just say, hey, look, why not try this and see if it does anything. There's no harm in trying, okay? From the first video I posted, going carnivore 100% helped me so much. It really did. It helped my health. It helped my complexion. I held a very steady 69 kilos for the entire 30 days that I was on carnivore. But it was amazing. Please feel free to check out my first video. It's in the description below if you're interested on my 30-day journey. Now, to get to the rest of why I am making this video, firstly, I wanted to make a 60-day video, and then a 90-day video, and then a 120-day video, just to gauge my progress on this diet, right? But literally, I'd say just over a month of releasing my first video, I found out I was pregnant. So I couldn't do anything. I couldn't release a video until I was sure, until the safe period, until the first trimester was over, right? I couldn't say anything, couldn't tell anyone, right? I guess the ultimate question is, since I found out I was pregnant, have I maintained carnivore? Did I try to maintain carnivore? And what happened when I did or didn't, right? I will answer your questions. Thank you for asking them. But when I got pregnant, it was okay in the beginning, right? So it was over Christmas, festive, yada, yada, yada. I splurged a little bit. I had a lot of meat and fat. It was great. I had a little bit of cake. So not my finest hour. But, that was my one cave. And, I didn't feel too bad or remorseful about it. Shit happens. You just get back on the horse and you go again. In my very first trimester, what I noticed, and what I noticed very quickly, is I became incredibly tired, incredibly fatigued, and incredibly hungry. I was freaking ravenous, right? Did I stick with carnivore? No. And I'll tell you why. I will tell you why pregnancy turned my carnivore journey into a freaking nightmare. Not for the reasons you'd expect. When I first started carnivore, I did the eggs, the beef, the bacon, the ground beef, the lamb, the pork. I was trying everything, right? And just before I found out I was pregnant, I had these sausages. I had these Wagyu beef sausages, and I had a lot of them, and they made me so sick. So sick, right? I'm talking, felt like my insides were tearing apart, kind of sick. I was very ill, so I was not in a good place. And that pretty much set me on a really bad trajectory. I was still having yogurt. I was still having a few eggs here and there, but in order to heal from this, I eventually couldn't eat eggs at all. I couldn't eat beef. I couldn't eat yogurt. All of the usual dairy and meaty carnivore yummy things, I couldn't touch. So I had to eat toast for about 2 weeks. It was awful, and I hated every second of it. It had to be dry toast in order to help my stomach get better. These Wagyu sausages, I'll try and find a photo, but they really flipped me for six, and I don't recommend anyone buy them, try them. If you eat them, don't eat them in large quantities because shit, they'll kill you. That was about the time I found out I was pregnant. Stoked about the news. We were trying. It was all planned, right? But what has pregnancy done for the carnivore diet? I can't stomach the smell, the taste of beef and fat. I can't do it. It makes me want to spew. And I keep trying it. I try it every few weeks or so to see if I can have them again, you know, but every time I just what used to literally set me writhing about beef and meat and the fat and the butter and the salt. What used to drive me crazy about that no longer does. I can't eat it. I cannot eat beef. I cannot eat fat. I cannot stomach it. And that was all in the first trimester. So I had to go back to what I knew, which in comparison to the carnivore diet isn't the best, you know. I was eating carbs again because that's literally all I could stomach. I was eating a few eggs here and there. I've been eating a lot of mushrooms. I've mainly gone back to keto just to try and maintain that keto lifestyle, right? But, you know, I've had to have carbs again. I have avocados, mushrooms, eggs. And in the last couple of days, I've started to eat bacon again, which I love and I really enjoy. So I'm in my second trimester. I'm gradually getting back there to that place. I can eat chicken sometimes. I love chicken. I love the taste of it. I still do. But if it's not cooked well, wow, I'm picky. And it's driving my partner nuts. He's being very understanding, but it's driving him crazy. And I've seen a lot of women on, you know, forums here and there about being pregnant. And I've heard that being very meat avoidant or having very big aversions to meat is a very real thing, and it's a very popular deal amongst pregnant women, particularly in first and second trimesters. I'm not sure about third, but meat aversions, it's a big deal, and it's real, and it's awful. The current diet I'm on, it's okay, but I find that I have to be more creative in the kitchen a little bit, whereas I just cook up some steak, eggs, butter, fat, done. You know, no additional thought process, no additional effort. It was great. But at this moment, it's difficult. It's being very difficult. And, you know, I am mainly keto now, and I'm trying to kick those carbs again that I was eating. And it's been very tough. When I became pregnant, I was craving a lot of sugar, a lot of sweet things. And apparently it's normal. It happens to everyone. Everyone who gets pregnant. Sugar is a big deal. Carbs are a big deal. You will crave these things when you are pregnant. So it's been difficult. I'm not gonna lie. Everything I shed, I'm a lot bigger. My skin isn't as glowing as it was after my 30 days on carnivore. So I do feel different. I notice I am different, not just because I'm pregnant, obviously, but there are the certain health aspects. I've got a lot more inflammation as well in my joints since I got off carnivore, and it's another reason why I'm really not enjoying this. Being pregnant is supposed to be a very exciting and happy time for a woman, for a couple, and this has really flipped me for 6. I've seen a few posts from women who have been able to stick to carnivore whilst pregnant. Please tell me how you do it, because this is just, it's ridiculous. It's absolutely ludicrous. And it's definitely something I've been struggling with. When I've been pregnant, I haven't been able to handle salt water as well. I don't crave coffee or caffeine because when you're pregnant, you're not supposed to have any, right? So that immediately takes care of that issue. And when I was, on my carnivore diet, I didn't really have a lot of coffee. I had bulletproof coffee, but it was a very rare occasion. What I find interesting is that we use Google search engine for a lot of pregnancy related stuff, for a lot of diet related stuff, right? And we do a lot of research and we compare a few studies, a few research articles, and we make our own informed opinion, right? That's the deal. And here I am, a pregnant lady, worried about what I'm going to be giving my little one in terms of nutrition. And I've been doing this for the majority of my pregnancy, right? Which is probably my first mistake. You're not supposed to have mayonnaise because it's got eggs in it and stuff, and the eggs need to be pasteurized, or you need to have vegan mayo, right? But I go to the store and I look at Hellmann's vegan mayo, right? Just as an example that Google recommended, an example that quite a few people have recommended that pregnant women have. And I look on it, and at the very back, the first ingredient I see is canola oil. And I'm thinking to myself, these search engines and these nutritionists and these people are recommending pregnant women have certain foods that have one of the most toxic ingredients in them. And then I immediately thought, and I've been searching on Google, on the internet in general, about what I should be eating for myself and the benefit of my baby. And it's very backward. And what I found really concerned me. And then I found myself in a black hole, in an abyss of looking at vegan mayos, where everything I see on the back is canola oil, canola oil, canola oil, canola oil, vegetable oil. Obviously, this stuff is bad for you, right? Obviously. But, you would think that people recommending pregnant women certain foods that are optimal for their baby and for themselves, you would think that suggested foods would be healthy. No, they are not. So here I have GPs and nutritionists recommending vegan Hellmann's mayonnaise to me. I could go into a whole discussion about this, but I guess my point is that we're looking for information to benefit ourselves, but the game's rigged completely. And look, to be honest, I figured this out when I started my carnivore journey. I think we all figure this out when we start our carnivore journey, because the reason we start is because we found out things that are completely backward to everything we've learned growing up, right? That's why we're carnivores. We've learned a different way of eating that is beneficial for us. It helps us perform at our optimal, it's just better. But I was just really taken aback by this whole pregnancy thing, thinking that these doctors, these nutritionists recommend certain foods and certain things for us that are actually completely unhealthy. And it just made me realize how much I wish I was completely 100% carnivore while pregnant again. I've never wanted to be carnivore more than when I've been pregnant, because I felt so good when I was carnivore. And imagine how good I would feel being carnivore and being pregnant. But I can't eat beef. Sometimes I can't stomach it. Sometimes I can't eat it. And chicken is a very hit and miss for me. At the moment, the only reliable thing for me is eggs, yogurt, feta cheese, and a little bit of bacon now. So I am gradually getting better, but I'm still not at the steak bit. And I guess this video is just sharing that information. Obviously, with being pregnant, I have put on weight, right? So when I finally give birth to baby, I'm looking forward to going completely carnivore again and losing the weight that I've put on. But I am trying to enjoy this process, and I am very focused on my nutrition, and I'm far more careful about the resources I search in terms of what I should be eating and what I shouldn't. It's all rigged. It's all full of crap. Women who were pregnant like 40 years ago, they were made aware of certain things they couldn't eat, but geez, it's so particular nowadays. And I just think that maybe it's going a little over the top. As soon as women get pregnant, pharma and medical industries come together and they're like, oh, we got a live one here, let's milk them for all they're worth, kind of thing. I mean, I had an ultrasound the other day at my 3-month mark, and the woman who did the ultrasound was very knowledgeable, and she told me everything I needed to know. No, it's not ectopic, healthy baby, healthy wriggle worm, won't stop moving. Come back later to find out the sex, right? But the GP wanted a follow-up appointment to tell me about the ultrasound I just had, about the information I just received. She wanted to tell me that again. They wanted me to do screening for certain things, more blood tests. They try and squeeze you for 3 ultrasounds in your first and second trimesters, sometimes even 4, depending. And then third trimester, I think it's 1 ultrasound. So this whole pregnancy, whilst I'm trying to enjoy it, I've just become so much more aware of the bullshit involved from pharma, from medical, from nutrition, from the food industry, from sugar industries. Sugar industries benefit greatly on pregnant women, because I tell you what, my sugar cravings have been through the roof, and yeah, I've caved. I've caved. I'll admit it. I'm not ashamed. This has been absolutely gargantuanly shit of a process to go through. And I'm sorry that this video hasn't been very well structured. I really am sorry. I'll try and structure it as much as I can. But I would love to know from women out there who are carnivore, who are pregnant, who have been pregnant, if you were able to successfully be carnivore, and how. Because I know that when women get pregnant, everyone's different. Everyone's bodies are affected differently. Everyone can eat certain things that other people can't. Like a friend of mine couldn't eat avocado for her entire pregnancy, whereas I still can, but I can't eat beef. And it's driving me crazy. I'm so upset. At the moment, my challenge is just to get over the carbs, because that was a struggle for me. And the thing is, we see so many videos about success stories, but I feel like the stories where people struggle, I can learn so much more from, because they tell you what they struggled with, why they think they struggled with it, and how they overcame it, right? And I'm stoked, because right now I'm overcoming it. I'm getting better. I can finally eat bacon. I can finally put butter in my eggs, whereas before I couldn't. So it is a very gradual process, but it's something I'm working on. And, the fact that the carnivore diet actually helped me conceive, whereas before my partner and I just couldn't get there, I think that's something else to be proud of. So carnivore has done incredible things for me. I miss it. I miss it incredibly. Keto, it's okay for now to help me just, feed myself and nourish my body and nourish my baby. But geez, carnivore I miss. and I can't wait to get back to it. And I hope that people watching this video, I hope you learned something. I hope you found it helpful. And the pregnancy carnivore struggle is real. So cut us a bit of slack. And I look forward to posting another video about my progress, about my journey. Guys, thank you so much for watching this video and joining me on my journey on this channel. You're all amazing, and the support in the comments and amongst everyone else supporting each other, it's just a vibe that I live for and that I love coming back to when it comes to my channel. So I really appreciate your time. Thank you so much for watching. If you leave a comment, I will do my absolute best to get back to you within a reasonable time frame. But please take care of yourselves. And if you've got any questions, please shoot them my way. And if you've got any feedback, please shoot it my way. I'm pregnant. I'm too pregnant for this shit. Bye guys, take care. Have a beautiful week.